going on, YouTube? It's gonna be another installment of Steve's road to getting America healthy.
Yep, for sure. So what we're going to go over this video is we're going to talk about some ways, 3 main ways that you can get your house in order, so to speak, so that you can start being a viable asset to your family, whether it be a wife and kids, a girlfriend and kids, or just your kids in general, so that you can start making those steps. Because as a dad, you're one of the most important parts of your kids' lives. If you're not there, then half of who they are isn't there.
And if you don't do it now and put it off 5 to 10 years, that's 5 to 10 years that your kid is without you, the person that you should be.
Right.
And so hopefully we can instill those steps today that could help you. I won't say a road to recovery, but it's road to getting back to a sense of normalcy, because what you think is normal now it's not normal. None of us are living in a sense of normalcy. There's not enough wholesomeness for it to be normal. So we're just trying to help you get back on that right path.
So that we can start making a true difference in this country instead of passing the buck.
Yeah, it's time, because everybody's like, oh, it's not gonna happen in my lifetime, not in my lifetime. Eventually, it's gonna happen. Somebody's lifetime. Might as well be this generation that says, look, we're just gonna fix it.
Yep, we're gonna man up. So, first step I think that is crucial is admitting to yourself, whether that's writing a list, whether that's going over a mental checklist of the decisions that you made that could have been different and better. Whether it wasn't leaving, if you're in jail, or you're just not in that child's life, or wife's life, or girlfriend's life, where you're not being an active part. What is it? What decisions that you've made in the past that you could have made differently, so that you can learn from them? If you can't admit to yourself that you've made any mistakes, then you're not going to learn from it.
You're not going to make any changes from there. Yeah, you have to admit, hey, I'm in a terrible situation. I'm not happy. I don't have people that love me like I used to. You're in a terrible situation. You need to own up and be like, okay, well, why is my situation so difficult and hard to live in? Well, because people don't like to be around the you that you have become. They like the old you. They don't like the new you. So how can we introduce you back to the old you? Start doing those things that made you a better person, because at one time you were helping family members and they loved you for it.
Yeah, and you can always, and you know, once you start listing the things that you could have made differently, then it also allows you to open up your eyes and say, gosh, you know, I made this decision when I could have made this decision, and this decision was a good decision. So at one point you are beating yourself up a little bit, but you have to man up and own those responsibilities. But it also allows you to see the areas where you did make good decisions and how that affected your situation, so that you can make those positive changes going forward. That's the first step, I think, that is crucial. The second step is going to be cleaning out your closet, whether it is some sort of drug addiction, whether it's a porn addiction, whether it is a sex addiction, whatever is in your closet that's keeping you from being able to focus on what's truly important. Whatever it is that is keeping you from being able to be a viable husband or boyfriend.
Whatever is making you a zombie, take it out of the closet, clean it up, get rid of it. Literally, this isn't just metaphorical, but I'm sure you have a closet with a lot of shit that you aren't using, or it's just not organized properly. Go up and do something about it.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's not only is it a physical thing, but it's a metaphorical thing. Just like Eminem said, cleaning out my closet.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that when you're starting to make steps towards that closet's clean, first step is going to be admitting your wrongs and seeing the decisions that you made right. Second step is going to be cleaning out your closet, realizing whatever it is that's holding you from making the positive choices, whether it's addiction of some sort, getting that cleaned up so that you can start to make the focus. And I think the third step is going to be admitting those faults to the person that you've wronged, whether it's your wife or your girlfriend or your kid or both, so that they can start to see the changes in you. The first part of that is going to be making sure that you aren't making those bad decisions again. Part of them being sure that you're not going to do that is the fact that you can admit that you've done wrong to them, and that you can apologize and make amends, so to speak.
It's hard to ask for forgiveness when you don't believe you need to be forgiven. You haven't done anything to be forgiven.
You asking for forgiveness is a next step that's going to free you from that situation. Your responsibility is to ask for it. Whether they give it to you is between them and their God. It's their decision at that point. You've done what you could. Now it's up to them to to do what's right.
And if you pray about it, then God will deliver.
Exactly. Those are the things that I think that if you're wanting to make that relationship, which is what this channel is about, is getting men back engaged in their families, their kids' lives. Those 3 things are going to be the first 3 things that you need to be able to do. Once you accomplish those things, then the other stuff will start to fall in place. But those 3 things are, I think, probably the most key things.
Yeah. We don't want to make it too difficult. Just start off with 3 basic things.
Making sure you're admitting to yourself what you've done wrong.
Clean out the closet.
Right.
Forgiveness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because part of what might be cleaning out the closet is pride.
Yeah.
If you've got too much pride to be able to admit that you've done anything wrong, well, maybe that's something that you need to deal with. Maybe it's that pride that you need to overcome.
Good advice. We'll call that a wrap to episode 3, if you will, and hopefully if we get to meet each other in the future, we'll keep doing this, especially if you guys like it. Share it and subscribe.
Yep. Thanks a lot, guys.